Hi, welcome to Chapter 4. What is the power of the monster? Hey, here we are at the end of the semester, right? This is the final paper. And first of all, I want to congratulate you for making it through this semester. It's tough to do online courses. English 101 is a very important class to do, but it's very tough to do online, and it's even tougher to do in an 8-week semester. So those of you who are still in the class and you are an elite group at this point are definitely to be congratulated. Now, the final paper should be the best work you're capable of doing. And so I want to open up the subject area beyond Chapter 4. Okay, so you can choose your own topic for this assignment, but it must be developed as an argument based in research about something connected to monsters. For example, you can choose to write on any of the making connection questions taught from Chapter 4. So you know, for example, that the chapters, all the readings in our Monsters book have 3 sets of questions. The third set of questions is called Making Connections. You can choose any of the Making Connection questions for this assignment if you wish. Or you can choose to research and investigate a monster that has not been talked about this semester. You might particularly look at a monster from a non-Western tradition that has been overlooked. Argue how the monster reflects its time and place of origin. Okay, so if there's some kind of creature out there that you've heard of, maybe from, again, Asia, Africa, Latin America, something that we haven't talked about, and you think it might make a really interesting investigation, right? Real good research subject, go for it. Also, you could choose a monster that has been recorded in many different cultures and places throughout history and examine its different manifestations. How does it appear in different places? What do these different manifestations reflect about the cultures from which they come? Such monsters could include dragons, vampires, witches, both male or female, were-people being werewolves, but also werebears, or other creatures that people can turn into. Mere-people, like mermaids, right? But mermen, okay, so merfolk along the waters, right? Or any other such creature. So if there's something that you can find that makes an appearance in multiple places around the world, okay, not just in one location in one time, that might be something to investigate. Or you could find a different topic of your own choosing that I haven't presented that seems appropriate for this assignment. Now, please be careful. If you choose this option, you must communicate with me by the end of Thursday to make sure the topic is acceptable for this assignment. I don't want you flying off on your own working on something only to turn out that it's not really an acceptable topic, right? So don't come in and say, well, cigarettes are monsters. I'm not going to go for that, not one iota. Okay. Now, the final research paper is due on Friday, December the 17th. That is the last day of the semester, 11:59 p.m. Be sure to follow the out-of-class essay guidelines for matters of form and style. Be sure to include a word count at the end of your essay. Some of you haven't been doing that, by the way. Remember, you must meet minimum requirements, including word count, sources, and subject matter. No late essays will be accepted. And in fact, Canvas will basically shut off after 11:59 on December the 17th. Okay, so no late essays will be even able to be brought in. Okay, you won't be able to use Canvas after that point in time. Okay. Now, as you know, we like to break this process up into some smaller steps, and the first one is the thesis outline. Please submit the thesis outline to Canvas by Friday, December the 10th at 11:59 p.m., just a few short days from today. Please have MLA citation entries for 4, yes, 4, count them, 4 of your sources, none of which are from the textbook. This is where you start to show me the quality of the research that you have. So, for example, if you are going to be choosing your own topic, I'm going to say, well, that's a great topic, but is there any research? And if you don't have any research, that's going to be kind of scary, right? Remember that we do get a grade for this. After Friday, then the class is divided into peer groups, just as we've done on the previous 3 essays. Submit your rough draft to the Canvas work group and to me by Wednesday, December the 15th, 11:59 p.m. Okay, so please remember, submit to the work group and submit to me. Some of you failed to submit to the work group, but because you submitted to me, I was able to upload it for you. Really shouldn't have to do that, right? Now, you really should be able to do this on your own to submit your work to both the work group and to me, okay? So let's make sure that you do that by 11:59 on Wednesday, December the 15th. Now, assuming you have, let's say, 4 people in your group, there are 4 rough drafts. One of them is yours. The other 3 you should read and fill out a peer edit sheet for each one of those others, okay? So if there's 3 others, then you do 3 peer edits, okay? Those peer edit sheets need to be turned into the Canvas work group so the other students can see what you wrote, and to me by Thursday, December the 16th. So this is the big thing. We don't have that final weekend, unfortunately. That's the one flaw, if you will, in our semester. So the peer edits have to be due the very next day. Okay, rough drafts on Wednesday, peer edits on Thursday, final drafts on Friday. Okay, so Thursday, December 16th, 11:59 p.m. Now here's what I really want you to pay close attention to. The minimum requirements have changed. We have raised the minimum requirements to 1,000 words minimum and to about 2,500 at the upper end. A strong essay structure. Well, by the way, let me just talk a little bit more about this. If you have a good topic, this should not be a problem. A 2,000-word essay isn't really that tough. And in fact, here's the thing. You're just adding more paragraphs. I don't necessarily need huge, paragraphs that are twice as long as the paragraphs you've been doing. I just need more of them. So instead of, let's say, 6-paragraph essay, which a lot of you have been doing, maybe you're doing an 8 or 9, maybe even 10-paragraph essay, depending on what you have, okay? It's more paragraphs, not bigger paragraphs, typically. Now, the strong essay structure, right? So you have your introduction. That's your first paragraph, should be hook, subject, thesis. The concession, which is the argument opposed to your thesis, right? So there's your first 2 paragraphs. Rebuttal arguments, you can have a full rebuttal paragraph, or you can stream, more likely, the rebuttals through the main body. The main body, instead of being 3 paragraphs long, as most of you have done this semester, maybe 4, 5, as I said, maybe even 6 paragraphs long. The conclusion is, again, a single paragraph. Restate the thesis, look at the big picture, provide a clincher. Now, in terms of sources, you need to have at least 8 sources. That means you can have more than 8, but you need at least 8. 6 of those should originate in print or have print analogs, meaning books, newspapers, magazine articles, journal articles, government documents, pamphlets, what have you. 4 should, at least 4 should be scholarly, right? Which means we're talking about dissertations, peer-reviewed journal articles, or excerpts from university press books. Okay, our textbook does not count. Okay, please remember that. You can use the textbook, of course, but it does not count towards the total number. Use MLA format for all documentation, including in-text citations and works cited. Some of you are pretty good with this. Others of you have still acted like you don't know what I'm talking about. I am sorry that this is something that many of you have to learn in this online environment, but you do have the tools. We have an MLA format sheet, which is on the Canvas page for this class. I have links to Purdue OWL. I have links to the MLA organization itself. There are a number of videos that you can watch that are on our Canvas class modules. to, again, be like a very simple kind of introduction to MLA if you're still kind of wondering. It is something that as a college student you should know and you should be able to do. Okay? So, there we go. The final essay of the semester. I wish you all good luck.